Indoor hoop is way better than outdoor this weekend.
Yes.
I know
Makes a
it's
big
only
difference.
Wednesday, but thinking about your
We
plans.
got a plan.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people playing the weekend, and we're back up to the 100. So, yeah, basketball indoors, that's the way to go. Yeah, and a pool day, too, on tap with the heat coming back. You know, we've had 4 days this year so far in Sacramento where temperatures were at or above 100 degrees. And we averaged 23 over the course of the year, but we're still early into the season. We're going to be adding on to that tally here as we get into this week, and no doubt about that on Saturday especially. In fact, that's where we have a heat advisory in place for the Valley and for the foothills, as temperatures be rising between about 100 to as high as 106 on Saturday. So the warmest spots, you know, where you live, right? Typical central inland locations across the Sacramento Valley and further south into the San Joaquin Valley. But this is Saturday's forecast, and you can see 103 for the city, Roseville about 105, Marysville 104, and temperatures up in the Sierra well up into the 80s as well. And then we're looking at lower portions of the foothills closer to 100 degrees from Jackson down to Sonora. So nice and toasty. In fact, we'll be within a degree or so of the warmest we've had yet this season. And as we mentioned, the season is still young. You know, we often talk about on these hot days how the inside of your car heats up pretty quickly and not to leave your kids inside the vehicle, but also important to think about the pavement temperature if you're out there walking the dog, because temperatures, we're going to use 95 as an example, but it's going to be even harder than this with the temperatures this weekend. Just within a few minutes, temperatures, the asphalt temperature, about 140 degrees. It could burn your dog's paw within just a couple of minutes out there with temperatures like that. So just another thing to have for food for thought as you get out there this weekend. Smoke, that's been a big story. Some of the fires we've had out there the last few days, especially the Sites fire located north in Colusa County. That one fire has been responsible for most of the smoke we've seen across the valley. That's led to some moderate air quality in spots across the Sacramento and San Joaquin Valley. We've seen the smoke from that drift down to the south and then start to get wrapped up with that delta breeze and pushes that smoke inland and east. That's been impacting the foothills with some hazy skies from time to time. But you'll probably notice a nice red sunset looking off to the west out there across parts of the valley within the next few hours as the sun starts getting lower in the horizon. Forecast tomorrow, pretty much like what we had today, lower 90s. Not a bad afternoon for considering the time of year. 92 in Stockton. In fact, tomorrow is also the first day of summer, right on cue as it feels like it around here with temperatures 70s, low 80s in the Sierra. And then the cool spot, of course, the Bay Area. Always cooler compared to inland spots this time of year with those temperatures lower 60s. But we're back up near 100 degrees on Friday, low to mid 100s Saturday. That's the action day, first load action day. And then as we get into early to middle next week, temperatures staying well into the 90s. Sunny skies all across the board. We had the deal with the air quality from time to time due to the smoke from nearby fires. And then, of course, for this foothills and for the Sierra, temperatures rising all the way up through the weekend. Tony?
All right, Nick, thanks.